do or say that will change that? He looks at me in silence, a sneer arching his fingers. Even your pathetic friend Weasley can do wondrous magic, he drawls. I saw it happen. Just the once. Bellatrix was being a little forceful with her questioning of the boy, and she suddenly fell backwards, clutching at her stomach even though she hadn't been touched. How does that feel, my blood? Your brainless old friend is more magically adept than you. And do you know why that is? I asked rudely. It's because he's not brainless. He's a great wizard. A far better wizard than you'll ever be. I don't regret saying that. Even though his face is losing a small amount of color it has in rage. I don't regret saying it at all. And why would you say that? He asked quietly. Because he's good, I say proudly. And because he's kind. You only ever use your power for evil. You may patronize him and call him stupid, but you're not fit to lick Ron Weasley's boots. He smirks, but without any joy. The corners of his mouth just twitch up slightly, as if he said something that both amuses and enrages him. And then I feel his wand whip across my cheek in a slap. So, he says, his voice quiet, and his face full of malicious amusement. How dare you suggest that I am lower than your pathetic little boy, do you? You are lower than him, I hiss. What else do you expect me to think? No one. He's one of the best people I know. I hate you more than anything else in the world. And that horrible, mirthless smirk disappears. And there is in the world for a moment. And all there is in the world for a moment are his eyes, hard and flinty with rage. And then I see his face, his fist, and then I feel pain. I feel everything break, everything. I cry out. But he mercilessly keeps hold of the front of my robes. Oh, believe me, my blood. The feeling is entirely mutual. He hisses. I taste the blood in my mouth. I feel my hand back to the... I reel my head. I'm trying to reach for coffee while I'm doing this. It's not working out as best as one might hope. Okay. I reel my head back to face him again, because I am determined that he will not be afforded the luxury of the pain he has caused me to be hidden from him. Hold on. Because I am determined that he will not be afforded this luxury of the pain he has caused me to be hidden from him. He holds me close for a moment, looking deeply into my face, and then he reaches out, trailing his fingers down my face again, delicately skating them down my cheek, and he's smirking. You always think to bring yourself up to my level, he murmurs, but I am the one who is in control here. You know this. I don't see why you feel the need to try and persuade me otherwise. And he rests his fingers on my jaw, looking intently into my face. And for some reason I find myself talking. Why do you do that? A hard look creeps into his face, and he coolly drops his hand from my face, still holding on to the front of my robes. Why do I really want exactly? It has to be said. I take a deep breath. Why do you touch me? My voice is very wobbly, but I manage to push myself onwards. You said once that you didn't want to touch me any more than you had to. But now you do it all the time. You're always touching me. And when you do, it's like... I trail off. My face is so cold, full of cold, still rage that terrifies me. Like... What? He's almost whispering. His lips aren't moving. I will not be afraid. I'm going to show him I understand him. You like to think that you have complete control over me. Keep it steady. But secretly you know that you don't. There's one way in which you won't let yourself have absolute power over me. You know that. You can't have complete control over me in that way because I'm Muggle-born. And it would go against everything you believe in to go that far. I know I should stop, I know it. Because he looks so angry right now that he almost looks inhuman. His face is chalk white, and his features are harsh, and his eyes are narrow, flinty, cold, and hard. But I don't stop. And I think you can't stand it, I say quietly. You can't stand that you can't have complete control over me. And so you use touch as a means of intimidation, as a way of gaining some measure of power over me in the one way you can't. I trail off, stopping myself from speaking, from going any further because I've pushed it too far, and I know it. He's actually shaking with rage. For a long while he just stares at me, his cold eyes burning with light, with fire, with life, for once in rage and pure, utter hatred. Oh God, what have I done? He pulls back from me and slams me into a wall. Shit! Ow! I feel thunderbolts of pain and hatred pound through my body. He slams his hands into my shoulders, pushing me into a stone. So I want control over you, do I? He hisses. I want power over your body. Is that what you're suggesting? He laughs mirthlessly before he slaps me hard across the face with the back of his hand. You pathetic little bitch. Do you really think that I'd ever consider even thinking of you in that way? He plummets his fist into my stomach and I double over, collapsing onto the ground. You are filth! His voice is harsh with rage. You are nothing! What right do you have to say such things to me? I'm crying. I'm crying in front of him again, like I promised myself I would never do, screaming as he kicks out at me like again and again before turning and walking to the other side of the room. Think, Hermione, you must be able to do something. He turns around and raises his wand towards me. Crucio! Oh no! Please, I can't do it anymore. I just wanted to stop. Please make it stop. I'm burning. I'm shivering, whimpering on the ground when the curse leaves me. But he won't let it alone. He reaches me up and slams me against the wall again. Hate, hate, hate! Come on, make it stop. You know that it can be done. Ron did it. You worthless, useless, worthless muggle! He whispers. Oh, that was a whisper. Whoopsie daisies! harshly into my face. You can't even do the tiniest amount of wandless magic to protect yourself. I'm not talking very well. What kind of witch are you? You're pathetic. Do you hear me? I try to think, but I can't think anymore. I just feel pain. Hatred, agony, humiliation. He slapped me hard across the face with the back of his hand. My God, you will learn your place. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. It's funny because it's not something normal people say. Normal people don't repeat the word hate. Anyways, I'm done. Okay. I crumble to the ground, but he stands over me. He's not finished yet. I feel my eyes burning again. Burn like they did this in my cell when I tried to get me to tell him about my Harry's family. What right had he to do that? How could he make me give away the information about my best friend? I'm sorry, excuse me. I scream with the pain, pressing my fingers into my burning, bleeding eyeballs. Oh shit, what the why are your eyeballs bleeding, babe? Honey? Sweetie? Oh gosh, that is really graphic. I don't know why that was gross. I think I had like a mental picture of that. Not okay. Okay, that was the day you gave Ron away. Led him to his death. No! I scream as he lifts the curse away from me. He's laughing at me. Hate, 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 hate. What do you want? He asked maliciously. I want you to Stop, I whimper, forgetting my pride and everything else. Everything else doesn't matter. If only he'd leave me alone. He laughs again, wrenching me up by the arm and pressing me into a wall so close, just like he was the other day, in the one moment when he let me think that he would. But I thought you wanted to be able to do some wandless magic, Miss Granger. He used to call me that a lot more than he does now. Now it's always mudblood, or muggle. My name's Hermione, I whisper. The laughter dies from his face and he pulls my head back and slams my head into a wall, breaking it, smashing it. Hate, hate, hate. Pain, unending pain. Come on, Hermione, focus. You can stop him. You know that you can. You worthless muggle bitch, he hisses. What right have you to a first name? You are less than dirt. Your name is Mudblood. You deserve no other title. Hate, 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 hate. I can feel electricity shooting up through all of my body. It courses through me, flies through my nerves, my blood. He comes all the closer to me, and I feel the whisper harsh in my ear, full of mocking laughter. You are useless, worthless. I don't need to prove to you how worthless you are. If you don't know it already, then there's no helping you. Now just fuck off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. He wrenches my head round brutally to face him again. He looks into my face intently for a moment, and then he slaps me again. I can't believe stand the personal infliction of pain. I hate him so much. The electricity flies through me, coursing through my veins. Focus, Hermione. Channel it. He chuckles cruelly. As if I'd ever touch you, he murmurs. You piece of muggle scum! Come on, push it out of you. Force it through your fingers. Hate, 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 hate. I feel the electricity shoot out of me, through my fingertips, and suddenly he flies backwards, flies away from me across the room, back and back. He lands on the floor on the other side of the room, sprawled on the stone floor. I look at him blankly through my tears, getting to my breath back as I watch him pick himself up. Oh my God! I look down at my hands, spreading my fingers out as I stare at them incredulously. My entire body feels drained somehow. That was me. I did it. I did wandless magic. I did it. Ha! I let out a tiny gasp of amazing laughter. Because that was me, and oh yes, I told you. I was magical, didn't I, you bastard? He stands up, pointing his wand at me as I press myself back into the wall, because he still has his wand. And that outweighs my raw magical power. Magical power. Okay, whatever. Not an S to it? Whatevs. But despite the pain and the agony that holds onto my body, I'm smiling. I'm smiling because he hasn't won. Not this time. I've won. Me. I've won, and he knows it. You. He sputters, his face harsh with anger. You little. But it doesn't matter what he says, because I can do wandless magic. I can, and there's nothing he can do about it. Besides, he gave me permission to hurt him. Though I never thought I'd be able to do it. I told you! I'm not going to whisper that. No one would whisper that. She's totally not whispering that. He storms over to me and wrenches me up by my hair. I cry out silently, but I look at him in the eyes with a newfound confidence, because he hasn't won this time. He hasn't. He looks down into my face, pointing his wand directly into it. He looks so angry. But I don't care. He's lost this one. Damn it! He hisses. Damn it! He lets go of my hair and grabs hold of my arm, pulling the tiny key out of his robes and holding it up. The west bedroom. He presses into the tiny space, melting, dissolving, floating through blackness. We come to land in my bedroom. Well, no, not my bedroom, but a bedroom I've been given to the Black House. The plain stone room with the bed, the wardrobe, the dressing table, and the bathroom. Oh, thank God I'm out of that horrible, horrible cellar. He flicks his wand at me and collapses to the